Hey everybody, it's Shelby here at my apartment in New York, and today I am going to give you my part 2 of my favorite body maintenance and repair tools. So definitely go back and check out part 1 for some of my favorites, and the other favorites I'm going to talk to you about right now. So the first thing I'm going to quickly talk about is a foam roller. I don't have one to show you because it is completely stuck under my bed, like really far under there, and I just hurt myself trying to get it. So I'm not going to. But the reason it's all the way under there is that at the place I work, they have a bunch of them. So when I'm going to use a foam roller, I tend to use it there, especially because I've got a small Manhattan apartment and I just don't always have the energy or space or time to lay on a foam roller and roll on it. But I will say that if you have tight quads, IT bands, if your knees are pulling, it's usually because you've got a problem with your IT band. If those are some of your problems, one great tool is a foam roller. I think that's one of the more known and more obvious ones. And while I think it works really well, I have some alternatives that I like even better. So the second thing I'm going to tell you about is something called the stick. The stick is actually invented for runners, but as a tap dancer, I feel like my injuries and my body problems are more in line with that of a runner than even like a ballet dancer, for example, because of the impact. So this is the stick, and you can get this online. There's a bunch of different sizes and densities. I think I got the hardest density, but one of the smaller sizes. I can't remember exactly which one this is, but if you go to their website, you see a bunch of options. But I think this thing is amazing because it basically does what a foam roller does, which is get right into the muscle and you can roll, but you can do it sitting down. So while you're watching TV, while you're anything that you're doing, you don't need to kind of stop and find space and lay on the floor and roll around. Instead, you roll this like a rolling pin right on your quads, IT bands, calves, things like that. And because it's your own arms, you can get as much leverage and as much push as you want. So I think this thing's really great. And as you can see, the little discs around it move, and that's so that it can kind of morph around your body wherever you're using it. Whereas like something like a regular rolling pin wouldn't have the give to get around a curved muscle. So I think the stick is an amazing alternative to a foam roller, especially for quads, hamstrings, IT bands, anything that you can kind of push on and apply as much pressure as you want. So the stick is my next recommendation for you, especially if you're a tap dancer who has really tired joints. So the stick is my second recommendation. The next recommendation is more for your shoulders and back, but I've used it on my legs as well. I was actually told to get this next thing from a chiropractor because I get migraines, and a lot of the pressure points in my neck that are really tight are the cause of that. So this is a ridiculous thing. It looks like a large Captain Hook from Peter Pan. This crazy contraption, I don't remember the brand of this, but I will tell you I saw something similar to this on Shark Tank once upon a time. So I know there are multiple brands of this. And the reason this thing is really great is that it's got this little massage ball. But obviously there are all these points on your back that you can't get to when you're in pain. So you actually can put this, find the pressure point, and instead of having to kind of try to get back there, you can pull, and what that will do is push it into your back. So I do this on my neck in different trigger points. I might pull it this way. I found a spot that's awful right there. And you can do that in your legs too. So this is a really unique contraption because it kind of gives you the leverage to pull rather than having to try to use your own muscles behind you to push, which doesn't exactly work. So I think that this guy is a really smart choice. I'm gonna look on Amazon.com, which is where I found this, and I'll post the link below for this exact one if I can find it. But if not, I will show you some alternatives. And my very last thing, that is not exactly a tool, but I still feel like I need to include it in this video. And I've talked about this before, is my arch supports. So with bad knees, I just need a supportive shoe. Heels bother me and flats bother me. So the only thing I can be comfortable in is something that has support, but that doesn't really push me onto my metatarsal. And I have tried a million types of arch supports, and I have a favorite, and I'm totally obsessed with them. These used to be blue. Do not judge. I've had them a long time. These are the Birkenstock arch supports. And there's a few reasons why I am completely obsessed with them. Number one, I use them not only in every single different type of my day-to-day shoes, I literally switch them around, but I also use them inside of my tap shoes. They fit in a tap shoe, and that is absolutely fantastic because one of the main things that a tap shoe is missing is arch support, especially when we're jabbing our joints into the floor all the time. So these are amazing for a few reasons. Number one, they have just the actual arch support, but also they have a spot right here that's really hard and lifted, and it's supposed to be really good to put pressure right there under your metatarsal bone as well. And these are $60, and these are one of my older pairs, but I've bought 3 at this point, and I will probably buy 5 more. They last a really long time, but like I said, I wear them in my boots in the winter. I wear them in fall boots. I wear them in gym shoes, and I wear them in my tap shoes. So obviously I get so much wear out of them that I do go through them fast. But I cannot recommend those enough because they fit in tap shoes. I think they're amazing. They do take a second to get used to, but once you're used to them, I can't live without them. I'm very upset in the summer when I can't wear them in a shoe. Of course, I could just get a Birkenstock, but the best thing about these is they do for your feet what a Birkenstock does, and you can wear them in any style shoe that you like the look of. So please let me know if you want any videos demonstrating using any of these tools. If you want more information about them, I'm happy to help. And I am also excited to hear from you what your favorite things are that have helped you, because I could always use more. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.